to Heaven Secret, and we're now on episode 8. So let's see what happens. Oh, if the episodes go all the way to 10, then we're gonna finish the whole season 1 this time around. Okay, interesting. The world of angels and demons is full of secrets that keep resurfacing. Oh, and last time somebody hurt Sammy. Maybe he's just really hurt and not gone, but I'm not convinced of that as to what happened to Laura. Unable to let go, Sammy was murdered. Well, there dashes all of my hopes. It felt like a nightmare. Shortly after the sun set behind the horizon, as if seeing off the angel's soul. Stand back, away. Geralt froze over the angel's body, bent down and turned it over. Sammy's arms were spread out in different directions. Get lost, there's nothing to see here. Everyone stood still. Away! His terrifying voice echoed around and frightened even the birds that nested in heaven's trees. Adi was on his knees. His head limply hung down like the head of a puppet without a puppeteer. Adi? I don't feel his energy. Get Adi out of here. Mimi and I looked at each other and obediently took the demon under his arms, trying to lift him. Adi wasn't helping at all. But soon we managed to get him up onto his feet and somehow dragged him to his room. All along the way, Adi kept looking around. Every now and then he shivered as if anticipating to see the motionless, lifeless face of his beloved one again. Put him here. We threw Adi onto the bed and exhaustedly plopped into a chair. For a while it was very quiet. I was shaking heavily either because of being nervous or afraid. What? He buried his face in the pillow and said something. He was murdered. Adi wanted to cry but restrained himself, biting on his fist. His face turned red from all the tension, and his eyes stood up against his will. He hit the wall, splitting it in two. Calm down. Control yourself. Let him express his pain. Adi calmed down. Calm down? Adi jabbed a finger at me and shook his head. Oh, you're right. I need to calm down. Why didn't I think of that? He turned around towards me and leaned over me. You know what, Melody? Adi straightened up and flipped me off. Then he turned towards the bed and crashed onto it. Oh. Alright, let's let him express his pain. Adi jabbed a finger at me and shook his head. You should listen more often to your girlfriend, Mimi, and stop acting like a bitch all the time. He was my friend, too. Tears flowed down Mimi's cheeks, but she nervously wiped them away. He wasn't just my friend. Adi hit the wall again and new cracks appeared. I loved Sammy more than I loved my dad. Bringing up his dad is interesting. Well, I mean, if you did, though, then why were you turning on him last episode, though? It's like... I'm still mad at you about that, so... yeah, there's that. He kept punching the wall until the blood from his knuckles flooded the small cracks. Who could have done this? First Unclaimed, then Sammy. Surely it was a prisoner, but what prisoner? I'm definitely not jumping in on angels or demons. Prisoners all we have to go on. Shoot, I don't know what to say, dude. The one who escaped from hell? Why would he do this? Shut up, stop it. Adi? He threw a pillow at us. Get out, I want to be alone. Adi felt worse. I said we'll talk about it later. I looked at Adi's suffering face. Not now. Mimi nodded in understanding. Adi's quiet, slightly tortured voice was heard. Girls, I want to be alone. Ignore his crest, and stay. Leave a hug before that. I'm gonna try to give him a hug. Okay. You know where to find us if you need us. I climbed onto his bed, kissed him on the forehead, and hugged him tightly. Adi, everything will be fine. He hugged me, a little lethargic, but I saw that he felt better. Thanks. Okay. Finally got that. The night seemed to drag on forever, and I felt unusually restless. Restless? What did I just say? Breakfast brought Mimi and me back to our senses. We even managed to stretch our wings a bit in the cold morning sky. We returned to the room feeling a little better than we did yesterday. In the hallway, Mimi grabbed me by the hand. What's the matter? Shh. We heard Geralt's voice behind the corner. I looked out, making sure they wouldn't notice me. Seraph Crawley was standing next to Geralt. You understand that my visit is confidential. Of course, we don't need any more panic. Then shouldn't y'all be talking about this in, like, Geralt's office or something? I trust only you. These killings, I'll keep my thoughts to myself, but I think you understand this is no accident. It's not safe here. Nowhere is safe. Another prisoner escaped from Satan's prison and brought him with him the goblet of blood. Another prisoner? Goblet of blood. The one that was in Satan's protection. Do you think he's associated with Malbont? I told you. Quiet. I need you to keep an eye on Lucifer. See if they are somehow connected to these murders and the disappearance of the goblet. But for now, keep Lucifer away from his father. I understand, Seraph Crawley. Mimi tugged at my sleeve. Let's go. We quietly went to our room. As soon as we entered, Mimi turned to me, waving her arms emotionally. Malbont isn't a myth. Bite me, bitch. I told you so. She froze, sat on the bed. Damn it, is Malbont really back? I opened the closet and started sorting through the clothes. What are you doing? I'm getting ready. Today we're going to Earth. With all this commotion, no one will pay attention to that I'm not here. I know the address of the hotel where my killer lived. This is an excellent opportunity to find out a little more. What? Are you crazy? We've just learned that Malbont, who, by the way, is a monster that even Sheffa was afraid of, actually exists and may have returned. And all you can think about is some pathetic little man who cut you off on the road? I'm appalled too. I don't understand. I don't understand. This is way more important than you finding out who killed you. It's like, is she dumb? Is she just trying to piss me off on purpose? Like, what is the point of this storyline? Like, who cares? You promised you would let go of this thing. I made no such promises, Mimi. If you think that no one will notice that you're back on Earth on personal business, you're mistaken. I have no other choice. I'll risk it. You do have a choice. That's what I don't understand. You're being stupid. Like, really fucking dumb. Mimi grabbed my shoulder, but I freed myself. It's my life, Mimi. Mine. And someone took it from me. Once I gain my wings, I gain strength and power. I will find him. Alright, say you'll find him, then what? Hand him to the police. With what evidence? And they will believe you, just like that. I'll provide evidence. Okay, if you're so stubborn. Mimi closed her eyes and sighed wearily. Angel Fincio has a lot of good stuff, like the translator that Sammy stole from him. What are you getting at? I heard about this one amulet that can hide you for a while from the all-seeing eyes of angels and demons. This means that you can safely walk on Earth without anyone finding out about your whereabouts. What does this amulet look like? It should burn with blue, black, and purple colors inside. Be careful to choose the right one. He has many other amulets. And how do I get it? You'll have to steal it. There's no other way. The idea of stealing the amulet from Fincio didn't sit well with me and even scared me a little. But there were no other options. I almost feel like she's telling me to go there on purpose because she wants me to get captured. Like, not in a bad way. But like, for real, she wants me to get captured so I don't continue down this stupid path. Will you help me? Fast chance. Come on, Mimi. I folded my hands as if praying and pouted my lips. You won't leave me in my time of trouble, will you? You basically just told her to stay out of your business, that it was your life, and now you're trying to drag her into your mess. Like, I didn't drag Dino and Lucifer into it, despite whatever the fuck they say. But this is deliberately dragging someone into your own trouble. You do this shit yourself if you if you want to continue down this stupid line of path. Don't drag everybody else down with you. I'm a demon. I'll leave you without as much as the blink of an eye. Mimi rolled her eyes. Okay. Mimi should have said no. Are you ready? Just 1 second. I'm beginning to go through the things scattered on the bed. You want to take time to get dressed. Really? Fashion. Adam and Eve. Beige jumpsuit. I like the fashion one. Quickly bringing my hair in order. A high bun. Business-like. Princess. Anime curl. Short hair. Guess I'm going anime girl. As soon as I was ready, we went out into the hall. Wait here. I'll lure Angel Fincio out and you'll go into his office. Just please be careful. I'll do my best. Mimi knocked on the door and meekly entered the office. I pretended to be studious of the cracks in the column. Well, that's suspicious. After a couple of minutes, a somewhat nervous Fincio came out into the hall and Mimi followed him. No, really, I saw it. The inscription covering the entire wall. What good is this information if you don't know who did it? But you have to take a look. Mimi just for me to go in. Come on, go. Fincio's office smelled of dust, sunbeams, and old books. There were books everywhere. I tripped over one of the piles and nearly flew into the closet. Damn. I had to fix it so that at least at first glance everything would remain in the same places. So where are his amulets? I opened all the drawers that I saw, but couldn't find anything else besides his research notes. In the lowest drawer, I came across a stack of carefully folded letters. Looks like love letters. Read them. I pulled a thread holding the letters together. Carefully not to tear the paper, I opened one of the envelopes. Dear Rebecca, I'm writing hastily in one breath. My hands are shaking, so I apologize for the handwriting. My anger borders on hysteria and relief at the same time. I just had an audience with Archangel Raguel. I will be brief. As a punishment for disobeying the main rule as a C, I am being deprived of all my ranks. From now on, my destiny is to be a servile school teacher. I was ambitious, but my passion for you killed the urge for power in me. I know great things are in your future, but I have sacrificed so much. Would you give up everything to be with me? This was the last letter. Just now, I noticed a small note attached to it. C. of Fincio, I'm returning all of your answers. All of your letters. I'm sorry, but too much is at stake for me to give it all up for feelings. I'm sure you'll be called to the sea again if you prove yourself. Sincerely yours, Rebecca. I dropped the letter suddenly. I sat on the floor to calm my trembling knees. I had a feeling it was something like that. Oh my gosh. My mother had an affair with Fincio and abandoned him when her career was at stake? She died when I was very young. Her image in my mind was fading over the years until there was nothing left of it. Now a more realistic image began to form, and this image, as it always happens when you get to know someone better, wasn't as perfect as the one I had. You unveil one of the mysteries you'll have to make sense of. I heard Fincio's angry voice in the distance piercing through the everyday noise. I looked outside the door, about to run out into the hallway without finding anything. Are you making fun of me? You would not get away with this that easy. But Mimi skillfully burst into tears, pretending to be really upset. Instead of looking into who pulled this malicious stunt on me, you accused me of lying. She saw me watching them and quietly waved her hand. Come on, move quickly. Where's Fincio hiding them? I looked around the entire office. A painting depicting a fallen angel caught my eye. I touched the frame and pulled it a little toward myself. The painting moved to the side. Behind it, a secret niche appeared, stuffed with the books, amulets, and other trinkets. Bingo. Mimi said I needed a certain amulet. First amulet. It needs to be blue, black, and purple. I don't see any purple in that one. That one has red. Blue, black, and purple. Let me check them all to be sure. First, second, third. This one. I think it's this one. I pulled the amulet in my pocket and carefully returned the painting to its former position. Then I opened the door and looked out into the hall. Fincio stood with his back to me, trying to return to his office. I dashed out into the hallway, ran around the corner, and bumped into Lucifer. I lost my balance and fell right at the demon's feet. It's actually superfluous for you to kiss my shoes. Go to hell. Oh, I will go. Don't worry. I live there. I got up, tidied myself, trying to hide my anxious trembling. But obviously, Lucifer noticed it. What's going on? What do you mean? Don't make a fool of yourself. I can feel your anxiety. He came closer, looking carefully into my eyes. I immediately looked down so that he wouldn't be able to read something he shouldn't know. Another prisoner escaped from Satan's prison and brought with him the Goblet of Blood. Goblet of Blood? The one that was in Satan's protection. Do you think he is associated with Nalbund? Lucifer cannot know what I was doing in Fincio's office, but he has the right to know about his father, or should I keep it to myself? Right now I still don't know where I stand with him, and I don't trust him with that kind of information. I'm sorry, I just don't. I'm not gonna tell him. Cat got your tongue? I had nothing to say to you, Lucifer. He grinned, but there was something nervous about his smile. Fine. Lucifer walked past me, shouldered me on purpose, and went on without turning around. Hey, Melody. Mimi, thanks a lot for your help. Fincio sucked all the energy out of me. I won't help you anymore. Too much is at stake for me. Mimi? Melody? We started and turned around. Fincio was approaching us, and with every step, his face became increasingly more severe. Go to your lesson, now. Today you have a joint lecture. Angel Fincio, sorry again, I messed up. It seemed to me that the one I saw this writing on... that I really saw this writing on the wall. In response, he took her by the ear and dragged her after him. Angel Fincio? Mimi had to stand on her toes, dutifully following him. I tried not to smile to avoid the same fate. As soon as we walked in, Fincio chose to sit down with a demanding gesture, and he went to his desk and began the lesson. Today, you will have a pre-examination task, a sort of test. An angel or demon will be assigned to each unclaimed and will observe how he completes the task. If your curator decides that you are not ready for the exam, you will not be allowed to attend, rendering your future assignments to be as meaningless to the balance as they are now. The importance of today's assignment scared me. How do I get rid of the supervisor on Earth? You don't. Don't be stupid. Angel Fincio divided everyone into teams, and soon it was my turn. Melody and Dino. Why would you pair me with him? Unless you just demanded that he fail me on purpose. I immediately found him amid the crowd. Curator, step up to clarify the assignment. Angel and demons approached Fincio's desk. Unconsciously, I began to look for Sammy among them, but once I caught myself doing it, I tried to get his image out of my head. Sammy is gone. No one can bring him back. Remain cold-blooded. Yet the lump in my throat and the tears welling up in my eyes wouldn't go away. Everywhere I look, I'm searching for Sammy's kind, sunny smile. I brushed away the tears so that no one would notice that I was crying. It's even harder for 80. By the way, where is he? He was nowhere to be found. I need to go visit him. Everyone went to the vortex and began to jump in pairs as they were assigned. Dino silently stood behind me, but I felt his energy and smiled, turning around to him. So, we're together today? Today I'm your teacher. He stood with his back to the vortex. Will you jump by yourself or with me? Guys, I haven't decided who I want to date. I thought I had. Lucifer kind of pisses me off. I get that he's supposed to be that. And it might be worth sticking it out to see what's underneath. Oh. But if I was thinking in that way, then shouldn't I have been honest with him about what I heard? Guys, I don't know what to do. I don't know. Maybe I should just play all 10 episodes. See how I feel about people at that point. And then... yeah, because it'll be the whole season. So, Just get through a whole season and see how I feel about everybody at that point, and then make a decision, and then replay if I decide to be with somebody else. I'm gonna have to replay anyway because I haven't steadfastly stuck to anybody, really. I've been all over the place. So should I try to see how things go with Dina right now? Just to see what it's like? Let's see what it's like. I'll just see. Dino's smile got bigger. He stretched his arms, letting me hug him by the waist. Close your eyes. Already closed. Dina leaned back. For a while, I felt weightless. I pressed closer to Dina. Don't be scared. The vortex spun faster and then spat us out in a high school parking lot. I dusted off my clothes and straightened loose strands of hair. Dina landed softly like a cloud. So, about your assignment. He looked around, his eyes stopped on one girl, then he turned to another. See her? Dina pointed to a girl crying, sitting alone. Yes. Her name is Nancy. And this, he pointed to another girl standing in the crowd, casting mocking glances at Nancy. That's Beatrice. Tells me everything I need to know. No, I'm sorry. If your name is Beatrice, it's not a good name. Nancy is from a wealthy family. She's a bitchy and confident girl. For many years, she's been bullying, mocking, and laughing at Beatrice. But today, Nancy's ex-boyfriend sent some very... Oh! So Nancy's the bitch. But today, Nancy's ex-boyfriend sent some very intimate photos of her to the entire school. She loved her boyfriend and didn't expect such a betrayal on his part. Melody, you can push Beatrice to gossip with the rest, so Nancy would know what it feels like to be the subject of ridicule and bullying. Or you can convince Beatrice to be all forgiving, take the high road, and show kindness by supporting Nancy. The choice is yours. Trying to think, what would I do if a bully of mine was in trouble? Because I've definitely been bullied before. I just can't bring myself to be that negative person. Ugh. Because I hate that. Stupid rumors and bull crap. Ugh. High school is trash. Yeah, I'm just gonna support. One needs to remain a decent human being in any situation. Dina remained on the sidelines observing me. I went to Beatrice. Hello. Hey. She was clearly surprised that I spoke to her. The crowd around her stepped aside. Sorry, I'm new here. Do you know what happened? To Nancy, you mean? Yeah. Nothing special. Nancy just realized that she wasn't as cool as she thought. Just an ordinary whore. For some reason, it seemed to me that Beatrice wasn't used to this kind of language. The last word sounded very awkward. You think? I heard Nancy is a real bitch, but look at her crying. Beatrice turned around and watched her rival cry for some time. Nancy noticed her look, took her hands off her face, and brutally barked at her. What are you looking at? Is this amusing for you, huh? Is it funny? I'm starting to change my mind. Maybe she should get revenge. Beatrice silently turned away. Bitch. I touched Beatrice's shoulder and looked into her eyes. Look, maybe she deserved it. But are you really going down to her level? Are you really like everyone else? I'm not like them. Nancy isn't to blame for falling in love with the wrong guy. Maybe you'll support her and then who knows? Make friends? Push Beatrice to do a good deed. Pfft. And what else? A group passed by Nancy, throwing a fish batch of mean jokes at her. Nancy burst into tears even harder. Hey, listen. Maybe Nancy never knew what love, support, and trust are. Of course, her parents follow her every whim. They're buying her off, but they're things money can't buy. Show her what kindness is. Teach her. Beatrice looked at Nancy's tear-stained face and was obviously tormented by doubts. But she made a step forward, then another one, and slowly approached her. Nancy was rude again, but Beatrice ignored it, sat next to her and hugged her. Nancy initially wanted to pull away, but instead began to cry, clinging to Beatrice's shoulder. I returned to Dina. So, how did I do? Not bad, but the task wasn't difficult. Let's discuss everything back at school. Damn, I need to go to the hotel to find out about my killer. I'm not gonna lie to him. Tell the truth, and if he stops you, that's on you. I don't care. Dino, I have things to do here on Earth. Let me guess, you want to further investigate your murder? I feel I'm about to make a breakthrough. You're crazy. You've got such opportunities and perspectives. Your mother's blood is running through your veins, the only seraph born of man. Dina looked really worried. I see potential in you. And you're ready to throw it all away because of some bastard who cut you off on the road? This wasn't an accident. Someone planned my murder. Who cares? You're dead. It can no longer be fixed. You took my hands, trying to break through to my heart. They expect a lot from you, Melody. But if you break the law of non-interfering with your old life, even your reputation won't save you from expulsion. I don't care. I took the amulet out of my pocket and waved it in front of Dina. This thing will hide me from all seeing the school administration. No one will know what I'm doing. Where did you get this? From your father? Dina grabbed the hand that held the amulet. You stealing from my father without as much as being ashamed? I am ashamed, very much so, but there's no other way. I clicked on the amulet and it lit up brighter. Sorry, but I don't have much time. I'm coming with you. I don't want you to do anything stupid. I think you should go back. I don't want you to get in trouble because she is being stupid. And if shit falls down on her, then let it fall down on her. Don't follow her around. She's gonna drag you down to this bullshit because she's a dumbass. Actually, I was calming with Dina around, but I didn't show it. As you wish. I wish there was an option for me to tell him to go back, because I would tell him to go back. She dumb as hell. Hotel Aphrodite, weirdly enough, was not far from my house. That does not say Aphrodite. Aphrodita? The killer deliberately chose it. Hi there, would you like to rent a room? Would like to know about a person who stayed here? Sorry, I can't give out this kind of information. I couldn't resist and rolled my eyes. I don't know what to do. Even if I say I'm a detective. Wait. What am I investigating? Come up with a tearful story. I don't think that will be swayed by random tears. I'm curious about introducing yourself as a detective. I'll try it. I probably gonna have to restart. I'm afraid you'll have to. Detective Summer. I took out the first card I got out of my pocket and waved it in front of his face. For some reason, Dino covered his face with his hand. The administrator grinned. Excuse me, but you look like you're 16 years old. May I take another look at your documents? Damn it, I completely forgot that I look different. What an idiot. That was stupid. Okay. Okay. And I've thought about it again. If I'm giving them both a chance, then I have to give him a chance and give him this information to see what he does with it. If he gets me in trouble, then I know I can't trust him. And that'll be that. So, I'm gonna give everybody an equal chance besides Andy, because I don't want to be with Andy. I'm just saying, I'm sorry. I don't. Should I tell him? Cat got your tongue? Seth Crowley came to school today. He spoke with Gerald and I overheard their conversation. What were they talking about? Lucifer, another person escaped from the prison with the goblet. Seraph asked Gerald to keep an eye on you. Lucifer recoils if I physically pushed him away. I think my father is involved in all this? I don't know, but he didn't listen anymore. He walked past me further down the hall, but suddenly stopped and turned to me. Thanks for telling me. You're welcome. Lucifer went on, obviously plotting something. His entire gait, nervous but decisive, even a little bold, betrayed his indignation. If Satan is involved, Lucifer clearly doesn't know about it. I hope he doesn't do anything stupid and I won't regret telling him. I guess we'll find out. Oh my god, I was just clicking away, but I didn't realize that something was happening that was different. And it said, he went up to the window and said Lucifer is fighting with Geralt. Everyone jumped up from their seats and ran out into the yard. Where do you think you're going? Francia looked outside the window, watched for a few seconds, and also headed for the exit. Without thinking twice, I followed the others. What the hell is he doing? In reality, no one was fighting. In a fit of anger, Lucifer punched the gazebo with his fist so hard that a piece of it chipped off. Asked it to my face instead of plotting behind my back. Asked me what exactly? For example, Lucifer, did you help your father free the prisoners? Or is your father in collusion with Malbon? He made a particular emphasis on the last word. Gil straightened up, sighed heavily, trying not to react to surprised voices coming from the crowd of onlookers. Who told you? Damn it, Lucifer. You talked to Lucifer, and this led to inevitable consequences. My father has no connection to this monster. Who told you this, Lucifer? Lucifer just for a moment looked at me, but Geralt instantly caught his eyes. Melody? It wasn't her. I can't trust him. I can't trust him. I can't believe he even glanced my way. I can't believe he came to him and shouted it out like this. I thought he was smarter than that. But he's just an emotional freak. But that's just like the MC, to be honest. I'm curious to see where this goes. Are you satisfied with the circus you created? The unclaimed has nothing to do with it. Geralt came up to Lucifer and pulled him angrily by the shirt. I don't care who told you. It's even better that you know. I won't take my eyes off you, puppy. And even if your father is Satan himself, I would tear his balls off you as he involved in all this. Lucifer pushed Geralt and spat at his feet. We'll see. Geralt turned to all of us. The concert is over. Everyone went to the vortex and began to jump in pairs they were assigned. I know my relationship with him improved, but I know what it's like to be on the low glory path. Is that worth it? Is it worth it? I shouldn't have trusted him. I knew it the first time. That's why I didn't tell him shit. He just freaks out every time. It's like, what is going on? But I guess that's the demon way, I suppose. I'm just gonna continue on, see where this leads. Like I said, I'll see where giving everybody a chance leads me, and we'll see what happens at the end of it. But I'm most likely gonna replay the season because after I finish. Alright, we're back here, and despite losing a glory point, I still got the message saying that I was on the path of high glory. So, I'll take that, we'll see. So this time I'm gonna come up with a tearful story. I'm definitely not threatening him. The thing is, it's my uncle. He's gone missing, I need to find him. Mom is desperate, and his kids are left all alone. I'm sorry, I think you need to contact the police. But you can help me now. Oh, my poor uncle. I tumbled onto the counter and imitating bitter sobs. Dino gently but decidedly pushed me aside and took control of the situation. What's the name of the person you're looking for? Amity Laurent. Dino touched the registration desk and through it influenced the receptionist. Which room did Amity Laurent stay in? The receptionist immediately checked his computer. 315. Well, if I could have just done that, I should have just found a way to grab his hand and start influencing him. Why did you touch him? I thought about that before, but anyway. He started and became nervous. I don't know why I did this. How long did he stay at this hotel? One night? Like, the key to his room, please? The police were already here. They didn't find anything. This is a respectable establishment. Keys, please. As if against his will, which was the case, in fact, the receptionist gave them to Dino. Thanks. You can relax, but keep your mouth shut, okay? Yeah. How did she manage to influence people that easily? Training. It's a nice room. We went up to his room. I don't know what I was hoping to find here. The killer is long gone, and room service wiped everything clean. I walked around the room without looking at anything in particular. Nonsense. Gero taught us to read energy, or did you forget? This committee spent a night here. Same as hundreds more did. You only need to pay attention to the most recent traces of energy. Then when you meet the killer, you recognize him. Dino came up to me, turned me around. Why is there a phone on the bed? Like flashing. Came up to me, turned me around, holding me by the waist. Alright, close your eyes. Dino, do you really think that? Close them. Alright. Now imagine that you're a blossoming bud with your own unique aroma. Imagine how your scent spreads throughout the room, how it blends in with the rest of the smells. These smells are energy. Remember them. Dino kept talking, and every word he spoke soon became reality. I can feel it. Good girl. Now list them. Smells like hibiscus, sweet lemon, burnt popcorn. Also, it smells like the sea, wetland, mint wind. Should I be writing this down? Hibiscus, I don't remember the other one. Burnt popcorn. I think it was something about a lemon. Sea, wetland, mint wind. I don't know. Mint wind? Dino pulled back sharply. What's the matter? For a while he looked at me attentively, then he shook his head as if trying to get rid of his own thoughts. Nothing, just an interesting way to describe it. It's a dead end after all. He hinted at something about the mint wind. I'm gonna put a notation around that one. I fell into the bed, spread my arms, and stared at the ceiling. You know, seeking revenge can rot even an immortal soul. You need to forget that you ever lived on Earth. Didn't they give you the oblivion powder? I kept staring at the ceiling, barely listening to what Dino said. A sense of powerlessness and failure washed over me. Do you hear me? Dino came up to the bed and squatted. His face was very close to mine. Are you crying? He carefully brushed away a rolling tear from my cheek. Don't cry. Dino's lips touched me lightly, but then he pulled away. He leaned over me, not daring to continue and not finding the strength to stop. We can't. I don't know what I'm feeling. I can't decide what I want. But she's already proven that everything to her doesn't matter except doing what she wants to do. So will I just end up like my mother? And rip Dino down and cast him aside just like my mother did? I mean, this is my story though. I'm not my mother. Guys, I don't know what to do. Man. I don't know if I want to get this serious with anyone, but how can I know what I want if I don't test it out a little bit? Guys, I'm not sure. Oh man, this is definitely probably gonna be a sex scene. I wrapped my arms around his neck and pulled him towards me. As soon as our lips met again, Dino pressed closer to me and began to kiss me passionately, giving in to his feelings, as if we could get caught at any moment, which was true. I don't want you to have problems. He said this without pulling away from me. His hands rolling over my body with undisguised lust. Shut up. I know what I'm getting into. What are you doing to me? We began to undress quickly and nervously, anxious to feel each other's bodies. Wow. Okay. Okay. Okay, wow. He's gorgeous. Dino's hot lips made their way between my breasts, then a little lower to my stomach. Jeez! She did that! She probably borrowed it from Mimi. In one sharp movement, he tore off my panties and threw them somewhere in the corner. He spread my legs, but hesitated again. Do you really want this? His hand struck my knees and slid down along the inside of my thigh. Every touch of his fingers made me arch. Please. You're ruining me. Probably in more ways than one. He slowly pushed himself inside me, squeezing my hips. I arched closer to him, a moan escaped from my lips. Come here. Dino lay on top of me with his entire body and began to move faster. We interlocked our hands. We kept kissing without coming up for air. His scent, his muscular chest laying on top of me in bed, this forbidden proximity, all this drove me crazy. Dino. After a while, we lay back on the pillows and gazed into each other's eyes. He stroked my cheek, but a sudden thought made the smile on his face disappear, and he removed his hand. We have to keep this a secret, do you understand, Emmy? Yes. Oh, I'm nervous for Dino. Yes, perhaps. Dino got out of bed and gathered the scattered clothes. We dressed in silence. Once we were ready, Dino summoned the vortex. Oh, okay. I think it's better if I take the amulet. I'll put it back without my father ever finding out it was gone. I don't trust that. I think since she stole it, she should be the one to put it back and take the risk. I don't want his father hurting him the way that Lucifer hurts, Lucifer gets hurt by Satan. I don't think Angel Fencio would, like, hurt him where anybody could see. But I don't trust him not to hurt him. Even if it's just emotionally. Great, thanks. Thanks for everything. Nonsense. But be careful, please. We were called to the class earlier than usual. Angel Fencio stood in the center of the classroom looking at all those present. Your examination will take place today, in the afternoon. You will be paired with the most experienced students in the academy. You will be rivals. If your curator is a demon, your task will be to persuade a person to take the angel's side, and vice versa. Oh, I don't like this. I hope my curator is a demon, because I don't want to have to persuade someone to do bad things, especially if it was like when we were persuading Sam. Vice versa. In the end, the curator will assess your readiness for more pressing tasks. I looked around at all the angels and demons. My eyes stopped on... If I go off with Dino, then I'm gonna have to take the demon side. So I should go with either Mimi, Lucifer, or Asti. I'm curious about going with Asti, I'm gonna be honest. I could take this easy and go with Mimi. We can just kind of goof around. But if I'm gonna give Lucifer a chance, then I'm gonna see where this goes. He was clearly bored and didn't listen to Fencio at all. Casually leaning against the wall, Lucifer looked through the window at the passing clouds. AD stood in the back. He looked depressed, tormented by pain, and yet he was able to find the strength in himself to leave the room. You managed to calm and support AD at the right moment, and now he's here. Oh, good. Hey, AD. How are you? In response, AD shook his head. But I'm feeling better. All this time, Fencio called the names of the unclaimed and those of their exam partners. When the turn came to me and my curator, everyone whispered, and I unknowingly jumped up from the table. With Lucifer? Lucifer was no less surprised than me. He even straightened up and looked away from the window. But she would fail the exam. Melody is a noob. This is final. Are you flunking her, father? Yes, that's what that means. He is flunking me. I got 2 demon points. And I lost a glory point. That's okay. This is a really long chapter. I might have to post this one by itself. Yikes. Okay, that's a lot to take in. Okay, I'm gonna think things over while I'm editing. I don't know what to do, guys. You know what? Let me know down in the comments. Who are you romancing in this story? Is it Andy? Is it Mimi? Dino or Lucifer? I just still haven't decided yet. But I guess, so we spent some time with Dino, and I get his deal, and I get his father's deal. I know where things stand there. I still haven't met Lucifer's father, and I don't know that I want to, but I don't get this Lucifer's deal yet, not completely. So maybe this mission that we're on together will help me understand him a little bit better. But yeah, let me know who you're romancing in the story, because I'm really curious, because I don't know who to choose yet. I don't know what to do. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Show that like button some love, please, and subscribe to see more content like this as I finish the next couple of chapters and end this season. Yeah, because it's just crazy. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!